always a big deal.
Oh my God.
Because even though, I mean, we have
Those endless movies.
endless movies, but they all look the same. They're all 1 year different. Where the kids would get up for bed and go down the hallway, and they'd all have a smile on their faces to get their gifts. But that was, they loved Christmas, and although, I mean, you weren't deprived, but you know, you guys didn't get anywhere near, or maybe you got more because you were the last one, we had more money. But they didn't get the gifts that the kids get today, you know, but they certainly weren't deprived. And I think you always dressed well because Mother was a seamstress, and she always altered your clothes that you'd look nice. And other people, the ones who weren't seamstress, they couldn't afford to go to a tailor, and oftentimes the kids wouldn't be looking so great because they. Okay.
Is there something about being a father that was challenging for you, Dad?
Well, you know, I guess maybe when, teenage years, I mean, your kids were always good, but sometimes, you know, I think it's only part of growing up that you start becoming assertive. And I remember Donna, which was kind of, especially Donna, I don't know why. Oh, I'm so annoyed. One summer, I think she was out of high school. Oh, you people are so annoying. I can't wait to get back. Go to college so I can get away from you or something. I don't, you know.
Well, every summer before one of them was entering college, which was like 3 years in a row in the beginning, that person that was going to college, it was a very difficult summer because they were, you know, I understood it because they were nervous, starting a whole new life, and so there was a lot of difficulty. Just being cranky and annoying, and you know, picky and on us.
Yes, and I think they were nervous too.
Well, that's why, of course, and shopping for everything had to be just
Susan,
buying
too.
all this stuff to go away to
I
college.
guess you heard this story about Susan.
Well, I don't think you should tell all these stories, man. I don't know what you're going to tell.
No, nothing bad, but no, our first child to leave us to go to college, and Susan was rather bashful, and she wasn't one of these outgoing girls who could mix in. And when we dropped her off at Villanova, oh my God, we both were fighting tears. And I think Mother actually. Then she had, what was most touching is that she had 7 notes. She had 5 for the children and 1 for each one of us. Saying all the good points you people had. I was just gonna
She was always a writer.
She was, yes, I didn't
and
realize
yes, and then we dropped her off, and she looked rather forlorn.
Just left her standing there next to a sign that said Villanova, all by herself. It was like the most heart-wrenching thing, and not knowing a soul. Her roommate, you could tell already they weren't going to get along, and it just was very, for the first one.
So all
and
those
I
things
cried 3 days, and Grandma kept saying, "What's wrong with you? You should be happy your daughter's in a good Catholic school," and you cried. Laura used to go in and put your head on her bed.
Oh, that's
I miss
right.
Susan. Why did Susan
Don't
have to go
forget,
to
you were only
college?
4 years old when Susan started college. I forgot the big age difference.
And it got easier with each one. I didn't cry as hard.
And
with
I
Donna.
remember carrying all their stuff to school,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
said, "Oh my God, am I going to have to do that?" It was a lot of work we'd have to. Of course, everybody was moving in, and the cars were all over the place, and we'd have to cart this furniture in. And I said, "Am I going to have to do this when I'm 60 years old?"
And you did.
Mom, what was the most challenging for you?
Challenging? I thought I kind of answered that. Just trying to keep you all on the straight and narrow, I guess, you know.
Well, it was
And close to God, too. I wanted you all to have faith.
yes,
and,
and, you know, and I thought that was part, of course, Mother loved the, what is it, a kind of, I know adulation, but she would love all the compliments. "Oh, your girls always look so cute, they look so pretty, they're always dressed so well, and you have such a nice family.
Of course, I wouldn't like that.
I remember they're all gone now, but all the when, of course, like the people when you were growing up, then they got older. This one lady used to say, "I'll never forget. I used to see you people coming in." I think she's since died.
Well, it was a challenge just to keep the house moving nicely. You know what I mean?
You're always you're
calmly have the house always kind of. I'd like to always have my house clean and neat. And with 6 kids, that's not such an easy thing to do. I was always painting a room or doing a floor or doing something just to keep it. Constantly doing. I remember for years and years, I did 2 loads of wash every single day. I can remember on Christmas morning putting in laundry. I thought, I don't think I've ever had a day in years now that
we're back
I didn't do 2 loads of wash every day. Just didn't. It never ended. The work was.
Well, that's Mother would
I
go.
just remembered making different piles on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't we
pile
do
for each
for
person.
each kid, and then we would deliver it to their
room.
It seemed Mother would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning or
I
so,
get it.
whatever,
That's
and then
wash.
work till about 8 until all you kids went to bed, and then she'd be completely exhausted.
And as we mentioned before, you just celebrated your 50th wedding anniversary. Is there anything, you know, people have commented that it's amazing, the love that you still have for one another. How do you think that you have been able to maintain that level of love and respect for one another that you have?
I think we're just both fairly easygoing people, right? I mean, I don't know, we've gotten annoyed with each other, but never anything really, no, I don't know.
No, I think that's,
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
true. I think
And I think I've given your mother space. Her, not to say anything, but her father was around because of different personalities. Her father was really a wonderful person, but because of his personality, he needed his wife. He couldn't function without her. And of course it was a part her fault because she did everything.
Yeah, I married somebody completely different than my father. Because I saw my mother did not have as happy a life as I think she could have. If he had had a different personality, and I did not want that, so I think that was one of the reasons why.
And you know, I give her space whenever she went shopping. She didn't feel nervous that she had to get home. I say, stay out as long as you want, as long as, you know, I don't feel the pressure. No, I
know. Well, my father used to tell my mother, my mother would constantly be looking, when she had to pick him up at work, and she'd be a nervous wreck. And I never had to do that, and I felt so good, and I enjoyed it and appreciated it. And I think we both helped each other out, you know, raising the kids, that he would, if he saw that I was exhausted, but he would help me out. We used to have a project.
As a younger man,
When he was younger,
I
now,
used to
of course.
get up at night and stay next to the crib.
Yes,
for
he
hours.
would help me at night, because with the baby, I would be so tired. I think it was probably with you, Lauren, he would get up and give you the bottle, I think most of the times at night. Yeah, that's why you're so close.
That's why you turned out so good.
Anything that you want to share with one another?
Oh, we're not that, I don't know, we don't get too sentimental like that. You know, it's embarrassing when some people can, you know, get up and talk. But, you know, we feel it in our hearts and we don't like to express it as a little cheap.
I know it's there.
No, you know what I mean? It's so personal that, yes. And I'm happy now, but talk about your mother always said, I want to move into a condo. And at the first I thought that was the farthest thing from my mind, that I would leave my big, to me, beautiful house with an acre of land with all that privacy.
That was in Airmont,
In
New York.
Airmont, New York, just a year back.
And you lived there for
47 years, and we loved it, you know. We all loved our house, we loved our sun deck, we'd had so many parties, so many memories there. So many graduation parties, showers, and Susan said she wanted her shower on our sun deck because it was so pretty, and especially in the summertime. And so But anyhow, Mother said, and rightly so, she said, I'd love to be able to move into a condo while you're still here to help me. And I, because of my advanced years, said, you know, to myself, I'm so comfortable here. The thoughts of unloading all this house and going into a condo. But long story short, we did it. I can't believe it, because we sold our house and we found this condo, which at first we didn't want because we thought it was too small and too expensive for what we got. But we're happy. Second time around, we came and saw it, we loved it, and we're happy we're here. And I'm happy I could do this for your mother while I'm still alive. So should I die tomorrow, she'll be settled in this apartment. She won't have to worry about downsizing and selling, which is, you know, very, very nerve-wracking and very stressful, especially as you get older. There's thank God we say we should have done it 10 years before, but thank God we did it at this point. And I'm happy that it seems all you kids like this place. And Todd already, I don't know, well, I better not say had a few beers.
We did.
And he said, oh, I think I like this place. Every time I come over, it looks better. He says, oh, he kind of liked it more than 64 Sherwood or something.
I think we all like it, and I just want to end this segment by saying that I do think, as the youngest of 6, that we all appreciated the household that we grew up in, and that we all did feel loved. And I always tell people that I do feel very blessed to have been to be part of this family. I think that there's something special about it, and I think that the love that we got was extraordinary, and the love that we continue to have for one another is extraordinary. And you did instill faith in all of us, though it may appear differently to us now than it does to you. I do think that we all have a sense of faith and a sense of giving to others and helping others. I think that's something that you instilled in us that I know for me is very important. And so I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful just for that. I know that we would all do anything for one another, even if maybe I don't talk to all my siblings on a daily basis. I know that at any time I could call anyone and they would be there for me in a second. And that sense of family and love is definitely been instilled by you in us, and I'm grateful for that, and I know that the rest of my siblings are as well.
Thank you. We feel the same way, and what I want to end this with are very important to us, that you stick together, and I hope, you know, one of these days things are going to change. We're not going to be around, and if there's money left, and there should be, but even so, I hope there's no hard feelings because of money problems.
Yes, that would be our wish.
And that would be our wish, that you love each other.
We're not here, and stay close to each other.
As I remember Mother Angelica saying, oh, I heard of 2 sisters don't talk to each other because one got the mother's cabinet and the other didn't. Because you're going to go to hell over a cabinet? Well, I don't know quite like that, but it's true. So many people after the inheritance, they don't talk to each other because they felt they were treated unfairly. But I hope that doesn't happen here. It shouldn't, because of the way up to now there's a closeness. And I see that with the Zigaby family. I'm sure there's this, and that can't be perfect, everybody.
Outwardly it looks perfect.
But I mean, when we went to this 85th birthday party for Mrs. Zigaby, my God, I couldn't believe everybody there together. The young kids now, all the grandchildren, they're in their 20s and 30s.
Well, I think you see the way we get together now. That definitely will not change, because it's part of our family, part of who we are now. So thank you for that.
Yes, and I thank you for being, I love you.
You can't stop.
Thank you for the fact that you're doing this shows you care.
I do care very much. I love you.